Good evening, namaste, welcome back to Kaapi with Kudpi. Let me start with a short story. Back in year 2001, I quit the bank job and started my own multimedia profession. It was called kudpiraj.com, but within a year I changed it to Kudpi Raj Multimedia and DTP Center. During the initial years, I was struggling to find where to buy these blank CDs, inkjet printing paper, and a lot of stuff which was required in day-to-day profession. Then I came across my nephew from Kudpi family, that is Kudpi Ramanand Chene. He had a shop in Bijay and he was selling Chorus inked ribbon, then dot matrix printer ribbons, then computer stationery and things. So I asked him whether he is dealing in all these things which I required. He told me, see, I can sell you all these things, but I'll show you a better place where you get everything under one roof, what you want. He is also into similar profession like you are doing. He is also into multimedia. He is converting video cassettes to CD and doing a lot of other works. And he has got everything you want and he is very reasonable. Then he told me, you go to Hampangata Old Bus Stand. There is Video Harish, where Mr. Harish Rao Kumblekar, he will help you. So I went there, I went to that old building inside the private bus stand in Hampangata. Then I met Harish Rao Kumble. He was a very simple man, very friendly, smiling. And he started talking about Kudpi family, the persons whom he knew and all these things. Then we realized that we have a lot of things in common. Apart from the profession he is into, he was also into electronics like me. And he had learned the radio repairs and other things during his younger days. And he was also into video coverage of weddings and events. In fact, I had done it once. I had, in 1987, I had covered one wedding with my brother's video camera, which he had brought from England. But later we sold it. We sold the equipment because it was not fetching much those days, and work involved was too much. And apart from my bank job, I had to do that. So it was a very difficult thing. So with Harish Rao, I discussed about the things I wanted for my profession. And he said he has got everything for reasonable prices. As Kudpi Ramanand put it, he was very reasonable. So there started our friendship. Then I asked him whether he can do video cassette to CD conversion for me. Those were VHS cassettes, normal VCR cassettes. He said, yeah, we'll do that. Then we fixed a price and I was getting about 25 or 50 rupees per hour of this thing, video capture. So he saw to it that he also gained and I also gained. Work was more for him, but profit was more for me because I was getting the work for him. Not that he was not having any work, he was fully loaded with work. But he gave priority and did my work also. That's his greatness. And he also gave me some software which were useful in my day-to-day working. And he never thought that I am a rival to him anytime and I may start a parallel business and supersede him. I also kept the loyalty and continued to be his associate. And we were outsourcing work here and there. Some of the work he gave to me, some I gave to him. So that was the thing. Now, Mr. Harish Rao Kumblekar, he had that video Harish dealing in photographing materials and other things. Then all these computer related stationery and other things, floppy CDs. Later he started selling DVDs, everything he had. And his wife Radhika Rao was assisting him. She was running their shop, Video Harish. And mostly he was doing the work. He was doing the field work, purchases, selling, marketing, recoveries, everything was managing. And shop, she was, overall management was hers. And in addition to that, their eldest son, Roshan, he also joined their business after his graduation, or maybe when he was a student. He used to come there and help them. And they were also dealing in digital cameras. I have purchased 2 cameras from them, one big video camera and one DSLR camera. And for my brother-in-law, my relatives, we have referred and they have also purchased from them. Very reliable and very reasonable prices they charged us. That goes without saying. And they have been supporting all the time, father and son. Harish as well as Roshan, they were both helpful to me. And Roshan has shared a huge collection of music with me those days. And I was passionate about rock and other things. Then Roshan had his second brother. His second brother was actually pursuing his studies in arts. That is painting and illustration, sketching, all these things. He was doing in Bangalore, in Chitrakala Parishath. So these people are talking about him, but I haven't had the chance to meet him initially. But later on, when he came to Bangalore, during their maybe Deepavali time, when they have the puja in their shop and all that, maybe then we met, and other times also when he had holidays. So this is Nithin Rao Kumblekar, his second son, who is also our guest today in the show. So I informally introduced him because I am always informal with him. We are like good friends. Though he is much younger to me, he has always been a good friend. And more than his father, I should say, he was more supportive to me. Because those days, when I was into computer multimedia profession, I was getting work to retouch photos and all that. Old torn photos, then infested with fungus and all that, wild ones. So he corrected them for me and also did coloring. So a lot of work he did for me that way. And his work was so much appreciated by even artists that one famous artist, Ganesh Somayaji, he saw the photo I took to Ad Labs for printing for the client.
I don't know about this.
And some painting or something was there. He asked me whether he can do the work for me. I said, okay, I'll ask him. Then Nithin suggested that you scan it in 4 parts and send it to me, because it was pretty big. Maybe it was A3 size or something, which was not going into my scanner. So Ganesh Somayaji gave that work and he did it perfectly.
It was a painting or a photo?
It was a painting, old painting of a person.
Combined it together and
joined 4 pieces together and you did that.
In Photoshop 5, I think, 5.5.
Maybe 7.
Photoshop 7.
Yeah, in 2004.
In
2004.
Yeah.
Earlier you were working on Photoshop 5 and 6 and all that.
Yeah, I started with 5.5, then 6, 7.
Yeah, those days, initial days, I'll show you the samples. So this is the very first coloring and retouching he did for me. I'll display it here.
Actually,
and some of these photos.
No, nowadays it's much more easier to do it with a single click in mobile.
Certainly technology has changed a lot, but those days you struggled and did it almost like doing a painting. You gave importance to every detail. That's what I wanted to show the viewers. So how you did it and the work you have done. So before and after. And there are more graphics which I'm showing as we talk. He has done the work of Dharmasthala Virendra Heggade's Vratopadesham. That photo was there. It was a tough job because a lot of elements are there in that one photo.
That was his like younger photo, I think.
Yeah, Vratopadesha. That happened in 1957 or something. And you did that, coloring, and he was very happy. I printed and gave it to Virendra Heggade. I framed the photo and gave. So all these photos. So this was...
this was when all these labs, they didn't have all this.
The labs are having it, but not many were. Not many were. And they were not doing perfectly.
Yeah.
So all the famous people have come to me for job because Nithin was there. They didn't know who is Nithin. They have not seen him. But his work, showed initial days. Later on, his work was really fantastic. That I will show you later. But I should mention this also. See how the retouching was done. So all these samples I have, and more in soft copy.
By the way, these are all more than 20-year-old works.
Yeah. So Nithin I came to know in 2001 itself, after knowing his father Harish and his mother Radhika Rao, then his brother Roshan. Then Nithin has one younger brother. He is Kishan Rao. So he is also expert. See, everybody in their family, everybody is an expert in these things. Not that nobody knows photography, nobody knows art, painting, everybody knows every work. But each one is pursuing the one thing. Now, Roshan has become a photographer and he is covering events and functions, and he has become a famous man today. He was into video editing and all. He has shared a lot of video editing software with me and given me tips. But he didn't pursue that video editing. Rather, he became a still photographer and is doing marvelous work. So, Nithin also, he started as an artist. At the age of 6, he was a child prodigy, you can call it. So, as per his parents, at the age of 6, he was drawing excellent sketches and painting well and all that. So, they wanted him to, come up as an artist. So, they took the advice of many of known famous artists, and they also guided them, such as P.S. Punchitaya, who is from their own place. He is from Kasaragod. So, he was instrumental in making him join the Chitrakala Parishath in Bangalore and pursue art as his main profession. And later on, Nithin, when I started my multimedia profession, for my office he did an excellent, beautiful painting. That was a replica of the famous French artist Camille Corot's painting. That's a cello violinist, something a priest with the violin.
The oil painting. Right?
Yeah, it is still there. It is still good.
That was the first work I think we did together.
Yeah. It was the first painting. You started with the painting, then you went on to this photo retouching and stuff. So that's Nithin Rao in a nutshell for you. Later we will continue our talk in Konkani, because both of us speak Konkani at home. It is our mother tongue. So our show will continue in Konkani, but I will put subtitles where you can understand what you are speaking. And now introduction to our Kaapi with Kudpi, the program. So Kaapi with Kudpi, Nithin. Sakadavan Sanchika Samari, Kaani Pimano, Magri Ullaimano, Tachi, Kaani Pimanari Kana, Ektikshi Kana, Tikroti Mantachi. Tajmala Nipra Kauna Shapurte, Tikroti Mansano. Usually, Yamisana Sangasamari, Puri Malari Inchi.
Normal Puri name?
No, normal Puri, Masala Puri Munani Santa, Indiri, Bombay and Pramelta. Taka Jir and Eternimir pepper and Altachi. So it is spicy Puri. Spicy Munamasa spicy, not a goddess, Itamakal and Altaga. So, thanks, Tajota Kaucha Kamgala signature Bibab curry Munasano, tender cashew nut fry. So bibab curry kasale mix na only bibbo ani panna. Tashi te taklauchaka. So I'll serve you one puri first. Then you can have as many as you want. Hartasta yatasta. Magari sweet to already valla ani bibab curry valla sweet kasamari. Yeah, kero beet halwa mano. Kero beet halwa mano now I can do can. Ita the carrot is a beetroot is.
हो
कॅरट हलवा गाजर का हलवा म्हणटा पळय
हां
ताजे स्टाईल तांदूळ बीटरूट आनी कॅरट मिक्स आसता
तसे कलर
तशें कलर इथं म्हळ्यार तूं आर्टिस्ट देखून तुका जे कलर दाखोवया म्हणून आजी समजी सो आय वॉन्टेड टू मेक इट मोर कलरफूल
कलरफुल प्लेट
हय तशी ह्या पुरी वोट लायत होता लॉंग कवचाक म्हळ्यार स्वीट अँड दीस स्पायसी पुरी
आता मी खाऊन स्टार्ट करची प्रोग्राम
वय वय खावन स्टार्ट करचें खाता खाता थंय काप येता हुनवनाची मागीर बायल घेवन येता मागीर काप येवचें
व्ह्युअर्सांक अशी येतात खाताना
व्ह्युअर्सांक केन्नाय अशी जाता कांय करूं जायना हांव मागीर ब्लॉग आसा तातूंत भितर रेसिपीज आसा तुमी करून खायाची सुलभ करून दिला हांव पुराणाक मागीर हंड्रेड्स ऑफ रेसिपीज कांय 400 चिल्लर रेसिपी मागीर ब्लॉगांतू आसा मागीर मागीर तूं फेसबूक पेजान तूं कांय 100-150 रेसिपी इनोवेटीव नव डिशेस कोणेंय करना तिलें फ्युजन मस्त परस मेळ्ळें तशें न्हू आनी शॉर्टली आय विल बी स्टार्टींग विडियो लॉग्स ऑन कुकींग रेसिपीज तेन्ना आनी
ऑलरेडी आशिल्लो ब्लॉग्सांनी नाशिल्लो
ना कुकींग वयर हांव कर न्ही
आता पेज की आशिल्ली की म्हणून रेसिपी
वय वय ब्लॉग आसा कुडपी राज गरम तवो म्हणून सो गरम तवा आनी फंडास्टीक फिलिंग्स एसोसिएटेड इथं म्हळ्यार गरम तवान तूं फुड्डू करचें फंडास्टीक फिलिंग्सान तूं खावचें गेस्टाक कापी विथ कुडपीन तशी मेगेलें प्लॅन सो वील स्टार्ट नितीन खाता खाता उलया कांय हें ना कसलें रिस्ट्रिक्शन ना खातान उलोवचें ना तशें पळय आमकां सांज आसतना बेश्टायतालें खातान उलयल्यार
फर्स्ट पूरी टेस्ट पळया
वय काय न्हू तुवें
लायक अस
हें ताजमहल भारी फेमस आतां आयडियल कॅफेन तें मेळटा हें रोट्टे आनी बिबॅप करी म्हळ्यार आमची गेल्यार एक बारी एक फेवरेट कॉम्बिनेशन तशी तुका स्पेशल जावन केलें कोणाक कर न्ही येदोळ खंयच्या गेस्टाक
थँक्यू
आनी ही बिबॅप आमी जेवणां म्हणून करनाची अशी जेवणाक तांदळ्या बटाटा बरें मिक्स करून न्हू डिफरंट ही फुडें ताजमहलान प्लेटा लेकर मेळटा तशी ही बिबॅप करी लास्ट हांव प्लेटाक 25 रुपया दिवन केला हे देसान प्लेटान आतां करनाच दिसता सो म्हारग वस्तू म्हणून करनाची हॉटलान तूं बिबो तशें म्हाका बारी फेवरेट तें कॉम्बिनेशन बिबॅप कर आनी ती रोटी मेगेल कसं जातलें रेस्टॉरंट स्टायल बट प्युअर इन्ग्रिडियंट्स घालून
या वे मस्ट लायक अस
ते सांगितलं तूं खाता खाता मागीर पावना म्हणटा ओपासाडे तूं एक पाटी पळयता न्हू पाट बल्टावर जालें ह्यो वयतल्यो म्हणून पळय तूं गिरकटचे खाणाचें म्हत्व पळय
पळय
यू कॅन गो ऑन इटींग तुका तें हेवी म्हणून फील जायना तशें तूं यू कॅन स्कीप डिनर नो प्रॉब्लम
13 जेवण जेल्ला
कसं जाता कुडपीकार हांव थंयसा न्हू खाण जेवणां अशें चिकयाची फोर्थ थर्ड म्हाका आनी तुका मस्त पाटी हांव ट्रीट कर न्ही एक पाटी आमी
महाराजा चमकला
सिद्लर रँच महाराजा एक पाटी वचून आसचें पुरो बट सिद्लर रँच म्हाका कुड घालता तितून म्हळ्यार तूं फोटो काडा तेजो
आमी फर्स्ट चमकला महाराजा मागीर
महाराजा सिद्लर रँच मागीर घरकडे एक पाटी तूं अशी घेता की फ्लॅश विथ इट दिता आनी एक कबाब घेता की घाल चिकन आतां हें तूं आनी हें टेस्ट करून सांगिल्लें तेन्ना तूं हाज्या पशी केंटाकी फ्रायडा पयस लायक आसा म्हणून तेका लागून इट वॉज अ डिफरंट कायंड ऑफ कबाब केंटाकी फ्रायडावर न्हयता बट यू लायक इट स्पायसीस घेता म्हळ्यार तातूंत सावथ इंडियन स्पायसीस आशिल्ले तशें तें स्टायल तशें आशिल्लें चिकन 65 वर घेता आशिल्लें म्हाका म्हळ्यार मेळ्ळो फोटो मेमरी आनी ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ फोटो एस मेळ्ळो ओल्ड
कोणाला
आमगे टायमार तेन्ना ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಎಂತಪ್ಪ हांव डिस्प्ले करता ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ तुका बिगिनींग तुवें प्रोफेशन तूं स्टार्ट करची फुडेंच वेन युआर अ स्टुडंट तेन्ना केन्ना सॅम्पल्स सुमार आसा त्या ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ डिस्प्ले करता इल्ले मार ಒಮ್ಮೆ ವ್ಯೂವರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಐಡಿ ಮೇಳ್ಕ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಶಿಕಲ್ದು ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ त्या संख्या में म्हाका कितलींय प्रोग्राम ना ते दिवशी तूं शिकयलो फोटोशॉपान फोटो रिटचिंग ताजे बेसिक्स शॉर्टकट्स मस्त पुरो शिकयला तूं म्हाका ही इज माय गुरू सो this is what Guru Dakshina I can give him. He doesn't want all the money in the world. Now he is well off because of his work, his hard work. He has come up like anything, and he is happy with the own house, with the family. He is married. He has got a small kid by name Samay. His wife is Rachana. Yeah, Rachana Kamath. Now Rachana Rao she is. And good housewife is it?
Yeah.
She is working? No.
No.
Okay, you tell me.
We both.
You tell us the story. You start the story from your birth, your childhood, your basic schooling, high schooling, college, then your academy, the art academy. Just a mention about those places and where you had the best life during your studies. Your student life is something to cherish always.
Yeah, I studied in Holy Family School in Kumble. That comes in Kerala. But Kerala education style is different from Karnataka, I feel. Because I moved to Aloysius when I was in 8th for high school. So till 7th I was in Kumble. Their education style is like more like academics is like important, but along with that you also have like inter-school competitions.
Extracurricular.
Yes, a lot. कशी म्हळ्यार आमी कितले एक वर्सान काय एक साधारण एक 5 कॉम्पिटिशन त्या टायमार इंटर स्कूल कॉम्पिटिशन तशें करून आसता तशें. So that was more interesting and like more fun for me.
But your father had the business here. You are coming daily.
Yeah, he had to travel every day, like back and forth.
Okay.
So later even me started doing that. Like my mom was working with my dad.
Oh.
Even she had to travel to Bangalore.
So maybe when in 2001 or so you came and settled in a house here.
No.
Or later.
No, I moved to Bangalore in 2001. So till 2000, my dad, me, my elder brother.
Oh, everybody used to come daily.
Yeah, everyone used to go to Bangalore and go back to Kumble again by train or by bus, whichever is convenient.
I don't have an idea because when I met you guys, you had a house in Kodayalguttu, a rented house. I used to come there sometimes.
That was as soon as I moved to Bangalore.
They shifted.
Everybody shifted to Bangalore.
Roshan was in college then.
Yeah.
Doing his graduation or something. He did BCA, is it?
Yeah, BSc.
BSc. BSc computers, I think. That was it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
Because BCA was not there. BSc computer science was there. Okay.
So
Magiri?
yeah. Then I moved to Bangalore and Bangalore was like much more fun for me.
So Aloysius you did PUC?
Yeah. So I did like schooling, like high school, like in Aloysius, and there itself I continued to PU college. From there I moved to Bangalore. Yeah. From Bangalore it was like more of fun work. Like it was not really like a college or school or not that kind of environment. It was more like.
I think you stayed with your uncle.
Yeah, I stayed with my uncle. Yeah. I stayed with them
in Mahalakshmi layout.
Yeah, 5 years I was there. So yeah, that was a 5-year course, like more like doing PU and then like graduation for 3 years, like that. Totally 5 years.
Oh, just like.
But I had already done PU, but still I had to
just
go
like
through.
MBBS.
Yes.
So that was
even longer than engineering, I feel.
Yeah. So that was when you started doing this graphic work for me.
Yes.
One canvas you did then.
Yeah, in 2001 I started studying this Photoshop. I joined Arena Multimedia and learned all the basic. So they had some multimedia course those days. So that was basically about like not just Photoshop. They used to teach us everything. Like
I wanted to join Arena Multimedia, but I thought it is too expensive for my standard.
Yeah, it was expensive.
because the thing is, I would not get that much work here. After doing the course, I may not earn that much. That was what I was feeling.
No, in 2001, it was it costed me 25,000.
That's what.
For 1 year.
That was steep. That was steep.
Really expensive. So I called my dad and asked him like, there is a Photoshop course. Should I take it? But it's too expensive. He said, if it is like Photoshop, then go and learn. Because I was trying Photoshop when I was in PU. My dad bought computer when I was in first PU. So me and my elder brother, we were all into like all this computer gaming, all that stuff. So I used to color with the not really Photoshop, MS Paint. Using those ball mouse.
Using a mouse. I don't know. That's why I said you put in so much of hard work and did the photo retouching and coloring and all that. But now you say it is very easy. But we cannot.
Where we come from, that is what.
There is a history. So let us also remember history and tell our viewers how a person can come up in life with hard work. Not many will do that, because during my profession, to my office, some people used to come. They used to talk about Photoshop and all, which they studied, but never applied in life. They used to bring work to me. They were discussing.
They have learned Photoshop.
ಬಿಸಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಉನ್ನ ಕಾಪಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ವಾಪಸ್ ಗಾದಂಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಕಪ್ಪು ಸಾಂಗ್ ಬೇಜಾರು ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್
Buy 2 coffee.
ಬಾಯ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ನಾ ಫುಲ್ ಕಪ್ ತುಕ ಸಕ್ಕರ್ ದಾವೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಸ್ತ್ ಗೋಡ್ ಕರ್ನಾಚಿ
Correct.
So continuing with Kaapi with Kudpi. So Nithin Rao Kumblekar, he will continue the story. He came up to his college level. Now after that, what happened? He said 5 years course, that Chitrakala Parishath, where he studied that art. I am shocked because I didn't know. It was so long. You can have one more puri, I think. It is not very oily. I'll take one. I am tempted. Because this I miss. We don't make it always. It's an excuse because you came.
Yeah, you should thank me then. Because of me, you got opportunity.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, college was like initially when we started. When I started the course, Chitrakala Parishath was only into traditional way of painting. So digital art was like nowhere. Like nobody knew what is happening in digital world. But I already had like computer knowledge earlier with my elder brother. My dad had bought a computer, so I had tried MS Paint. Along with that, before going to college, my dad had bought one a tablet. Tablet in the sense it is not like a digital pad or anything. Pen with the pad. So that's like alternate for mouse. I don't remember which brand it was, like maybe HP. So he had spent around quite a big amount on that.
Yeah,
he bought
almost
it from,
like a laptop.
Yeah, I think he bought it from Bombay when he went there. So somebody suggested him like, okay, this is used for art, and he got it. So we connected into computer, and I tried working on it with the MS Paint. Obviously, it doesn't work with the MS Paint. It needs different software. I don't know how to work with the Photoshop those days. I got disappointed that because we spent so much, like my dad spent so much on that, and we are not able to use it. So, anyways, after that I went to Bangalore and started taking up this course, like just to learn Photoshop, because I know that. There is something happening with the digital world, like digital art. I knew that people directly draw on a computer, but I didn't know how. So I always thought that maybe they draw it and scan it and then color it. So that was the traditional 2D animation way.
I think then you did some illustration for me for a documentary. It was in 2005 or 2006. Some sketches you made. It was for Prem Chaya, animal care organization in Bajpayee. And I asked you to make caricatures on a boy hitting a dog and all those things.
Oh, I don't remember.
So you did that for me immediately.
Okay.
Those illustrations. Maybe you used the Adobe Illustrator then. I don't know. No. You said you did the sketch
I
and
do the
scanned
sketch,
it.
I scan it and then color it
You
in
said,
Photoshop.
You said you did the sketch and scan it. Yeah, I remember now.
So yeah, that's how I used to work. Like scan, like sketch everything, scan it, and then take it to Photoshop and color it with the mouse. Didn't really have any drawing pad. So, like 3-4 years later, like I mastered so much only with the mouse. My final year project, I created a campaign, like an illustration campaign for my project work. So all the characters were like created with the mouse. Yeah, I still have it. So I was very proud. Like okay, like I could do so much with just with the mouse. So, but still, I had no idea that like a way to get that digital pen, like a pad, because it was not available anywhere here in India. So then I got graduated and joined advertising agency and started working as a art director in agency. So
you joined O&M first.
No, I joined Triton first. So I was there.
So that's a multinational company?
No, Triton is Indian. It's a Bombay-based company. They had a branch here in Bangalore. So I worked there for like a year. Then from there I moved to Ogilvy and Mathers. So
there you had to do manual sketching or digital?
Not sketching, no sketching at all. Art direction is totally different. So this was only about creating ads, brand communication, those kind of. I mean, totally different from illustration.
Okay.
So as an art director, they don't really need illustration skill, artistic skill. So, but I had artistic skill, so I was trying to put illustration in every work I do, because for normally what happens is like in agency, whenever you have some illustration requirement, they have to hire a third party like a freelancer to just to get the illustration done. Here I was an art director, so but whatever illustration ideas that I get, so I can create.
The ad concept they come out with that, or they
no, that was my job. Yeah. My job in the sense, like obviously it's a teamwork. Like we have a copywriter. So we in agency when I was in Ogilvy, not Ogilvy when I was in Triton, I was actually keeping an eye on digital pad. Like I had recently joined deviantart.com. Those days it was that was the only website for digital artists. Nowadays, nobody's there in DeviantArt.
No. Anyway, people keep shifting. Just like social media, there was a high five. Initially, there was a high five. From that, people jumped to Facebook. Then they jumped to Twitter.
No, Orkut. Everything started with
Orkut was there. Yeah.
You forgot. So when I was in college, it was
from high five.
Time,
no, from high five it went to Orkut actually.
High five. Yeah, I was not there in high five. Yeah.
Orkut, you're right.
And then MySpace or something was there.
A lot of that stuff is there. Just like that, in your case here.
Yeah. So in DeviantArt, I was following one forum. So just to get to know like what is this brand called for digital pad. There I got to know there is a brand called Wacom and they have a digital pad. So I asked my brother. He's he has a good connection.
He's a wizard about gadgets. He's a gadget wizard.
Just tell him he'll get it. So I asked him like, okay, there's something called a Wacom pen tablet, and I also gave him the size specification, what size I need. So he got hold of some of his contact in Bombay, and from there he got that pen tablet. So this was in 2006 or 2007. 2007 I think, around that time. Yeah, 2007. Yeah, from there I got to know like digital pad. All that.
So Wacom is the first tablet you bought.
Yeah, Wacom Intos it was called. Like it is not a display pad, just a pen tablet. Then I shifted to like a monitor, a touchscreen monitor. Then now I'm using Huion. Huion, yeah, Huion. So that is like a high resolution display unit what I have, like a 16-inch display but 4K. For this big screen I'm getting like as big as a 40-inch TV resolution. So it's pretty good, and color is also like very vibrant. So yeah, technology has moved like a lot.
But you have to invest, right? You have to invest a lot.
Yes, that you have to do. Like
You have to keep changing.
Yes, I'm like whenever it comes to our hobby or profession, whatever, where you are investing a lot of time, there you have to invest money as well. Like nothing comes for free.
Yeah.
Like for example, for recording this video, you have to invest on
Naturally,
the camera.
naturally, yeah. And card and all these things. A lot of peripherals you have to invest in.
Yes.
So just like that here also. But it is not one-time investment. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
Not if everybody thinks that digital art is easy. No, it is not easy. Investment is recurrent. You have to keep changing with times, and as and when new things come, you have to go with it and dispose of the old thing.
Actually, current generation, they are very lucky because all these gadgets, whatever
Improvements.
whatever I spent in those days, it is available much lesser than that price.
Yes.
And better technology.
Yeah.
So it is basically cheaper. It's not that heavy investment or anything.
So in a way, he has earned and he has spent. He has earned and he has spent. He went on doing that.
For example, my last monitor, that costed me 3 lakh for this big monitor, a Wacom again. All of a sudden, it stopped working. I had no option at all. Then I switched to Huon. So it's not that it stopped
And
working. I didn't sit and cry
AC.
about it.
You have to have a AC studio, I think. For this.
That is for this weather.
Yeah, the humidity should not be there. Heat should not go high. You have to work in a particular temperature, right? Otherwise, the quality of the performance will go down.
Performance will go down. Yeah.
And what about backup? Again and again, you have to keep backing up.
Now I have completely moved to cloud. So again,
cloud
that is
storage.
expensive these days.
Yeah, you have to buy the space, right?
Yes. So whatever work I do, real-time basis, I keep taking up backup because I can't really rely on
You don't
hard drive, whatever I have.
Even solid-state drives you don't rely on.
I have hard drives, but I also keep taking the backup, cloud backup. So it is better to have that extra additional backup thing.
For your work, yes. And your clients are mostly abroad, right? International.
Like international, national, both are there. Nowadays, I'm trying to reduce local clients.
Oh.
I mean, not bragging or anything.
Oh, really?
No, it's basically because we don't value our time.
Yeah.
So
That's
what
true.
happens is you take up one work and you invest a week on an illustration, and you expect the client to give the feedback immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas with the international clients, whatever works you share, they will share the immediate feedback.
Okay.
Within 2-3 days, everything will be done, sorted. I mean, even if they have any change,
Okay.
they will request you can you is it possible to do this change? That's not the same case with Indian clients.
Okay, Indians.
We take it for granted.
Yeah, Indians take for granted, I know. And they think they are clever, but at the end of the day, they don't understand the plight of the working man, the man who works behind the screen.
I think it's same with almost every field, I think, here in our country.
Every field.
Yeah.
That is the basic mentality I told you. Basic mentality of Indians. Not everybody is like that. I've seen better people among the salaried class than the business class. The business people, they always want to, grab money and hoard money. But working class, the salaried class, they are honest mostly.
Yeah, just a lesson with every work.
Lesson means in the deal, what happens is you start losing confidence in people, trust in people, and then trustworthy people also you try to ignore. Then you say,
that is there. Initially, when I started getting international work, enquiries. I was not very confident about it because I had seen so many bad clients here in my own country.
Yeah.
So I was worried,
more bad
whether
experience you had.
Whether I should trust them or not. Initially when I started, I never had any issue at all with any of the international clients. So these are very all different countries, whether it is from US or UK or Dubai also. It doesn't matter. They are all very straightforward, and they
Yeah.
ask with every enquiry they'll have a request. They won't directly order I'm paying so much and you have to do this. It is not like
They
that.
don't show that they are the bosses.
Yes, here it's nobody's boss. Everybody respects everyone. So in a way, it's like you start enjoying your work, whatever you do.
So more of outside clients than local clients, from the basics to the level you reached today. So that's fascinating actually. Some of the videos I have downloaded from your Facebook page.
Okay.
Short videos of how you are doing illustration and all
Digital
that.
art.
Yeah.
Yes.
That people can get an idea, and some youngsters may be inspired by that. I'll tell you, they'll be flabbergasted to see your progress, where you have reached today, and the level of work you are doing. I was amazed. I was amazed in the initial level itself. Great going there, Nithin. And about your family, when did you get married?
In 2013.
2013. I still remember in the hall you had displayed some cinema poster like, right? Coming soon or now showing or something. In the movie, this thing was there then.
Dabang was there and Jodha Akbar.
Who designed that?
No, I only did it. Like I illustrated mine and Rachana's portrait. I took my own photo as a reference. I created a poster.
I was always fascinated, and his hard work is not, just to show 4 people that he is busy or with this and that. He gets involved with that. He doesn't look around. If somebody is standing by and watching him, he doesn't look around. He'll go on doing the work. That kind of a guy. I know him in and out because I've seen him at close range, how he works and how he has done the thing. Amazing, I should say. So bringing up shows his father and his mother, how much encouragement they have given and how much support his brother has given him. It all shows, and he has kept it.
Not just them, even him, for example.
Everybody
around me encouraged.
I was selfish. I was getting my work done. I was getting the work done which I could not do. I could not handle.
No, that way everybody is selfish. I'm not saying that. Like you appreciated my work, then you got
That's true. So you married Rachana Kamath in 2013. She is working or
she was working.
She was working, I know.
Yeah,
but after marrying you,
she was working in a company called Swiss Re in Bangalore. So I was freelancing at that time. I quit my job in 2010, early 2010, January.
Was it an arranged marriage or you came to know?
No, we arranged it.
You arranged it. You came to know each other and became friends and okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was freelancing then and I met her and we decided like we both needed like chilled out life, not too much of pressure, because I quit my job because I was frustrated with the working in closed environment. Closed environment in the sense working with the other people like who are pressurizing you around.
Not doing justice to this.
I will finish it.
No, sorry for the interruption, but
so otherwise viewers will think that okay, this is not good.
So by force I have to make him eat. Yeah, he says this is nice, this is tasty and all that, but he doesn't eat. He simply doesn't eat. It always happens. I have seen him since long. He's like that. He's a workaholic and he doesn't bother about what he's eating.
I forget to eat. That's the problem.
Traditional food may be making him worse,
So I was telling later I asked her like, do you want to go to office every day and work like that, or you can sit with me at home and chill. She was like, okay, let's try. Because anyway, getting a job is not a problem at all for her. She was already like very well experienced.
She was working as a software engineer. What kind of job she was doing?
It was into finance, like account management.
Okay.
So Swiss Re was like a reinsurance company.
Okay.
Insurance company for insurance companies. So it was a good job for her. But she decided, okay, let's quit and basically end of the day it's all about like what is more important for you, right? So for some people money is always important. For us it was like spending time together was more important. So we decided, okay, we both will move away from Bangalore altogether. But initially it was like when we got married we stayed there in Bangalore for a year and then we started searching for proper land outside.
So after working for 2 or 3 private companies, you decided to be a freelancer. So your wife suggested that you should leave Bangalore and find a better place where you can peacefully do the work.
Yes.
Right? Means life was more important. Life's quality was more important to both of you.
Yes.
So you decided
money is important. Along with money, we should also live our life.
Yes, that is true. Money is not everything, but money is something. You need money to live a comfortable life, but not happy life. Happy life comes only by choosing the place where you can work in a free environment with a free mind and without much interruption and without much hassle in everyday life. You know, commuting from one end to the other should not take away the quality of life, right?
Yes.
So that was the main concern for you in Bangalore. So that's a great decision. And Bangalore was not the first choice, I know.
Yes.
For you, there were other.
I was my first preference was Goa. Then Mysore. Then Manipal. Last was Bangalore.
Oh, last priority was Bangalore.
So what happened was like when I started, I basically wanted to move to Goa, not for like beach life or anything, just because of the nature.
Okay.
So there it was. I knew that okay, it is all like more greenery over there. It's not like Mangalore or any other place. So there it is like I mean, there is a breathing space. It is not like a congested. Too crowded area or anything.
A lazy place at that.
Yes, a lazy place basically. Yeah. So that, I felt it is perfect for me to move there. But one of my friends told me like there could be a problem if I have to set up a studio space there. Internet was like luxury those days. So it is not like a 5G network or anything over there. Like a mobile network was not that strong. So I had to rely on internet facility.
Cable internet.
Yeah, cable internet basically. So if I for example, during rainy season, if a cable is broken and I get I don't get internet facility, I mean, it will be a big problem for me. So that was one example, and I had heard a lot of story about Goa. Like okay, there is a service sector is like not that strong. So then I decided okay, maybe Mysore could be like a good place to move. One of Rachana's friend told her like okay, moving to Mysore is not like living in Bangalore. It is getting more difficult to move there because like just like me, many people are moving to Mysore, running away from Bangalore. So even that is getting crowded. Then Manipal was more expensive than Bangalore, I felt. When I started searching for land. Then luckily I got a really good like a plot in Bangalore. I felt okay, that is surrounded with the greenery.
So immediately after shifting, you bought the plot, or
yes. So immediately we bought
for some time you were staying in near to your parents' house.
Yes.
In Vaidyanath Nagar.
I was staying in a rented house there. We spent around like 2 years, I think, close to 2 years. So after that, we moved there.
A peaceful place near Nirmarga or in Nirmarga? In Nirmarga, okay. So now you are happy in that place?
Yes.
Peaceful and no problems?
No problems.
Water, electricity,
no.
internet?
It's all like as good as living here.
I think there are some institutions there now.
Yeah, lots of
colleges are there.
Expert is there. Then one more like Srinivas College or something. Many colleges are there. And it is not that far from Bangalore. Just 10 kilometers from heart
It is part of the city. It is part of the city.
Nowadays, even the traffic has
During
gone
our
up.
childhood, it was far away. Like, you know, it was on the highway to Muduvidri and a little bit inside, little interior.
Even now, when I tell Nirmarga, people say, oh, ashtu dura, like 10 kilometers away from city. Like people who come from Bangalore, 10 kilometers is nothing. So
about your boy's schooling also, no problem.
His schooling is quite far from our place. He is going to school in ARD, that area. So that, but still,
but he has pick up and drop.
Yeah, he has a school bus facility, so it's not an issue at all.
Wife is working after marriage?
She was working. Now, like in between, she takes a break and then again goes back to work.
Okay.
So not like pressured work or anything.
So in your work, she helps you?
In my work? She feeds me. That's she reminds me when to take lunch.
So she takes care of the fuel.
Yes.
When the machine is working, fuel she takes care of.
No, I actually forgot to take lunch, like before marriage. When I was freelancing, there are many incidents where I completely skip the lunch because I forget to eat.
But she ensures that you get it on time.
Yeah.
That's great. No, that is the virtue of a good wife. So caring more for the husband and
And she is always busy.
She is into cooking and all, I think.
And she reads a lot of books. That is her hobby.
Reading.
Yeah.
What about your hobbies? What hobbies you got?
My hobby, this is my hobby. Apart from this,
your passion as well as your profession is the same.
Yes.
Art.
Yes.
And illustration and graphic designing. Then what about other things like reading? Do you read like her? Not that much, but
I have lots of book collection, but all the books have only images.
Okay.
There's nothing
Everything
to read,
concerned
only
about
to see.
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe comics and all you may like.
Yeah. Even in comics, I sometimes don't read. I just go through the pictures. I'm so lazy to read.
Maybe you can start your own comics like Uncle Pai. Uncle Pai was
where there is no text at all. Just look at the images and create your own story there.
Okay. Then what about music and all movies?
Yeah, music I listen to all genre of music. Like
see, our hero is here. See, say hi to camera. Samay Rao, his son.
What else you can. I love like all different kinds of music. Sometimes it like some people might think that okay, I'm listening to all weird kind of music, but I feel like almost every person in my field, like this kind of field, they all listen to all weird musics for weird for
you
others.
You listen to music while working, or doing on your art.
Yes, most of the time. Most of the time, yeah.
So that gives you concentration, right?
Yeah, sometimes I forget to work by listening to the music.
Oh, so you stop working?
Sometimes I stop the music just to concentrate on work. Because I listen to the music so much.
And what about video creation? You're interested in that?
Yeah, that is
animation
all.
And all.
All those are like hobbies. Like I was too much interested in animation. I'm not an animator, but I knew that okay, there is a software called Adobe After Effects. Yeah. So that is one of the most popular. Like that, there are many other apps as well, but this is one of the most popular software. So I wanted to try that, just to make my illustrations move here and there and see whether I can show real.
Not for commercial purpose.
Not for commercial purpose. So for that I bought a tutorial from Domestika. I went through lots of YouTube tutorials. Basically going through all these tutorials itself, I spent around more than 2 months back to back. Whatever work I had, I kept it aside because I was so much interested into this. I started studying that. Then finally I created one video. I took about around 3 months just to create that video because I had to create all the illustrations with layers and convert it into take it to After Effects and see whether it is working or not. So I spent a hell lot of time on that, and finally with the output I was very happy. Then I stopped it. I didn't do any animation after that.
No, I think you should give it a thought to come out with some animation movie and all that. If not commercially, just
just for time pass.
Yeah, just like that. Because you have got talent. You know so many things. You have learned so many.
I'll show you the video that I created. It's just like a few seconds.
We'll display that. Seconds. I think I've seen that. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's have a glimpse at that. Then what about movies and all? What kind of movies you watch usually?
Movies?
Action.
Either it has to be a really stupid movie, or it has to be really artistic movie.
Okay.
In between movies, I don't really.
But you normally watch English movies more or Hindi also?
There is nothing like that. I watch all kinds of movies. I even watch Kannada movies.
Also.
Yeah,
Kantara and all you watch.
I don't really like that movie. No, people like it, but
I stopped watching movies since many years. Anyway, whenever they give me a pass or pass for the premiere or something, I go there and watch it. But I'm not very happy with the movies. The thing is, my thing is, I'm creative myself. I'm more into this video and documentaries and stuff. So I should not get influenced by someone else's work. That is my intention. I should not copy someone.
Yeah.
So the tendency develops, the more you watch TV, more you watch movie, you try to mimic them, do the same. So even TV shows and all, I don't watch. I watch only some news and all that. So I thought maybe you also have certain limitation to it.
Not really. I keep watching like many.
Almost all the famous movies, popular movies.
Not just popular, like anything. Like sometimes I avoid watching popular movies. For example, Avatar 2 has come. Like everybody is like going gaga about it. But I didn't decided not to watch it because I didn't like the trailer itself.
One is enough. One is enough.
Yeah, that like yeah, that's what. Like it's not that I go by the trend or anything.
Okay.
Like in Kannada, there is a movie called The Kavaludari. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah, that is like such a brilliantly shot and such a good movie. Like the background score.
Mungar Male and all is what?
Yeah, that I have watched that. Yeah, like I didn't like it, but I have watched it. But I like the Kavaludari a lot.
No, some of the movies have good, cinematography and music, background music.
Yes, music
for technical
I love.
part,
Like,
for technical part, we can watch it
yeah.
actually.
Like for example, Mungaru Male musics are like really brilliant.
Yeah.
And the way they have shot cinematography, everything is like brilliant. But the storyline,
Story is silly, you thought.
Yeah, like in the beginning itself, I mean, it's a personal choice basically. I don't really like the way they have shown the flow of the the storyline. For example, if you see like all older Anant Nag's movie like Ganesha Namadhu.
Yeah.
So those are like silly movies. I love it. Like I have watched it so many times. Even now I can sit and watch it. Like even though I know that know the story so well. Even like Andaz Apna Apna, those movies.
Yeah. Utpal Dutt movie and all that.
Yeah. Even this one, what is that? Ashok Kumar was there, and he was like a army officer guy who was training this guy. I forgot the name.
That is Choti Si Baat.
Choti Si Baat, yeah.
But light humorous comedies.
Yeah, that movie I have like watched so many times. I mean, it is it was created when maybe I don't even know whether I was born at that time.
Colonel Julius Nagendranath Singh.
Yeah,
something.
Such a well-written story. Like, yeah, I like those kind of movies.
Okay. So that's about your hobbies. Then traveling. You love traveling, right? You have visited many places.
Yeah.
I think I have seen
like,
some.
There was a time when I was like, I wanted to like travel a lot. Then suddenly, I don't know what happened. I felt like okay, I have like enough of traveling. Let's travel only nearby, cozy places. Travel only to Goa.
Okay.
Only to Bangalore, like close by areas.
So go to one place, relax there, go around.
Yeah,
and come back.
Don't want to explore anything.
You don't want to see many places at a time.
Yeah.
You are not an explorer. You are not an explorer.
No, I was. But
so your indulgence is more in having in the feel of the place, the ambience, enjoying the ambience, the nature.
Yeah.
So that is the intellectual thinking. That intellectual thought in your mind makes you think like that.
Okay, maybe.
Because most of the creative people are like that. Lay people, they want to see more places at one go.
Yes.
Yeah. So such people go by Nirmala Travels and take their bus to South India, North India.
Spend 2 days in one place, 2 days in another place.
Yeah, it is touch and go.
Yes.
People like us, we are more into adventure. We like nature. We go to the Himalayas. We want to see more wilderness. We go into the forest. We go trekking. I and my wife. That is another extreme. So yours is a balance between the both. So I think Japan you liked a lot, right?
Yes, that is a very beautiful place. Like I spent around 9 days there, but I felt it is like very less. Like I felt I did
because I remember you mentioning about the experience there. Yeah. In short, when we met at a wedding or something, you were talking about that. You had just completed that, I think.
In Japan, there's a place called Kyoto.
Yeah.
So I loved that place so much. I didn't know it is like so rich, like with the heritage, all the architecture, all that. I'm actually planning. It's my dream to go there again. Spend time only in Kyoto, not anywhere else.
Okay. And Bhutan you have seen.
Yeah, Bhutan is also very nice.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Then which other foreign countries you have seen?
I have been to US, been to Singapore, Thailand.
So all as a tourist
Comic-Con,
you are a professional also.
Yeah, Comic-Con was like a really good experience.
So you have seen the world, many countries abroad and within India. Where all you have been?
Almost many places like
Major cities, or you went to Himachal and all those places?
not Himachal. I never been there.
Darjeeling and all?
Yeah, I've been to Darjeeling. Darjeeling to like Kolkata,
Okay.
Delhi to
Sikkim,
Agra,
Sikkim and all.
Then here Rajasthan.
Kashmir, you have seen Kashmir?
No, not Kashmir. Been to Jalandhar.
Rajasthan and all you have seen?
Amritsar.
Rajasthan, Gujarat
Yeah, Rajasthan
and all.
many cities have visited, like Jaisalmer, Jodhpur.
So mostly on tour as a tourist or?
No, as a tourist.
Okay.
Delhi, I have went for like a wedding photo shoot with my brother.
Okay.
I went there like twice
Okay.
to Delhi. Once for Lucknow.
So mostly on tour as a tourist or?
No, as a tourist.
Okay.
Delhi, I have went for like a wedding photo shoot with my brother.
Okay.
I went there like twice
Okay.
to Delhi. Once for Lucknow.
So multifaceted person is ready for anything. Success has not, been overloaded over him to make him feel bloated and, blow up his ego out of proportion and all that. No, he is still simple, still the same Nithin I have seen maybe 20 years ago, and continues to be like that. So I wish that you continue like this, be happy the way you are, and be prosperous also at the same time.
Thank you for
in your work
having
and
me for this awesome food.
Any memories, unforgettable memories,
Unforgettable memories.
anything you wanted, anything.
I loved going to your office space there, kudpiraj.com. Actually, mainly because you had a AC there. Those days there was no mall, nothing. No mall even in Bangalore. Bangalore just had one mall.
No, soon after I started the office, Bharat Mall came. Bharat
That
Mall
was
started.
much later.
A
After you
little
started,
later. This Empire Mall came first, I think. During Bharat Mall, this multiplex, when they wanted to test the audio and all that, they had recorded some music from me.
Yeah.
They came to my office, took the music and played it there to check the stereo system, how the sound system works. I remember that. Maybe sometime in 2006, 2007 or something, around that time, I think.
even that time I remember, like you had kudpiraj.com outside.
Starting,
you had
yeah.
that billboard.
Initially.
So I had asked you, like, why don't you have a website? Real website.
No, some people have thought that it's a cyber cafe. Can you beat it? They don't go beyond that. But I was different. Even when I was in the bank, I was different. I was more into these achari work, what you call achari work. Achari work means anything with electronics, this thing. I've also done some diploma course in datamatics in Bangalore when I was in the bank.
Yeah.
How to spoil the radio, how to spoil the TV, how to spoil the tape recorder.
Then fix it.
Not
Not
fix it.
fixing.
One which is working, how to spoil it. No, I'm just joking. I didn't work much in that field, in line, because what I studied was outdated already. By the time I wanted to settle down with my own thing, this IC technology had come. Mine was all hybrid TV, then Volvo radio, all these things, transistor radio.
Yeah.
No IC at all then, no integrated chip and all that. So it's a different thing altogether. But at least I had the knowledge base. To start my multimedia work, I knew what is sound, what is a waveform, frequencies, everything I knew.
I'm actually planning to go back to traditional.
Okay. No, you can blend modern with traditional and come out with it. Need not be spiritual. Don't be very spiritual in life.
Not spiritual.
Because this is the time you should enjoy life with your family and all that.
No. Traditional in the sense, I didn't mean that I'm going to do meditate or anything.
Just pulling your legs.
Yeah.
Just pulling your legs.
I'm tired of digital medium now. Tried almost everything.
You can concentrate on some canvas and stuff, you know. You can do that if it gives you happiness, because you started with it. You have got expertise. Still, you have got a good hand, I think. You're not out of touch.
I have got my sketchbook as well.
Okay.
I'll show you later.
Okay. So these are the sketches you have been doing now.
Yeah.
You're back into pencil and charcoal sketches.
Not back into that. I'm still practicing.
Okay.
So these are all random sketches that I've been doing for past 2 years.
Yeah, this is not against order. Just
No. All
just out of your own interest.
Yes, all random thoughts. Whatever I get, I scribble on this.
Okay. So how do you color this? Or are you planning to color this or done already?
No. It's not for coloring. It's not done with any purpose.
Okay.
So basically, I was waiting for my son outside his school, and I decided, just to, spend the time, I started sketching this.
Okay.
Then later, now he has a school bus facility, all that. Now I don't really have to wait for him, so the sketches are still going on.
Okay.
I'm continuing doing this.
So concept art, you can call this, right?
Concept art.
You are into abstract art and all that?
No. I am
because
not so much.
your art is so realistic. Sometimes it gives 3D effect when I watch it, as if the character is coming out of the picture. That kind of feeling it gives. So I'm really thrilled, because I don't appreciate abstract art that much.
Yeah.
To be frank, I don't know much about it. I have not studied anything about art. Only I know how to appreciate a good thing when I see one. And according to me, your art is just fantastic.
Thank you.
No superlatives, just the feelings what I get looking at them, and it keeps me relaxed. All the time when I go through your art, it keeps me relaxed. For example, the art which you have done for me 20 years ago, it is still there. It is intact, just like that. 20 years ago, how you had done it. What I mean is, that art gives me, that is right in front, means where I work, If the table is here, in the other side, on the wall it is there. So I always keep watching it, whenever I feel bored. Or whenever I want to think,
That's the thing, I feel like
so you are always in my thoughts. You are always in my thoughts automatically, along with the painting. Nithin is also there on my mind. So that is the great thing about your art.
No, it's not I don't really have many artwork in my home. Even though I do oil painting, I stopped doing
I have
that,
got some samples, the old pictures which you had shared with me of your art. That I'll show the viewers. Well, most of the art you do it and give it to the client, right?
Yeah.
then you won't be having a...
No, 2 years back, during lockdown, I was like...
yes, I
was totally
forgot to
free.
ask you. I forgot to ask you. How was the Corona scene? Once
Yeah,
Corona started, the world suffered. Entire world economy suffered.
No, actually, it started much before Corona.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
So people normally think that it's just a Corona effect, all that. The truth is, economy was fluctuating worldwide much before that.
Okay.
In 2019 itself.
Okay.
It was getting really bad during those days.
Okay.
So what happened was early 2020, I had many freelance inquiries, not just from India, also from abroad. So everything was getting halted.
So times were really bad after 2019, you mean?
Yes, it had started going down. Worldwide market was going down that time. It's not just here in India. Yeah, of course. Even in India, we had many.
We had a lot of problems, lot of economic issues.
Yes. So early 2020, what happened was I already had getting lots of inquiries, international as well as Indian inquiries. I was expecting to start all those jobs in January, early 2020 January. But everything was getting delayed for some reason. February, I was still waiting for all the projects to start. After a month or something around that, suddenly lockdown happened. There is all the projects, every campaign are getting delayed. They are not. None of the clients are saying that we are not doing it. They don't know what's happening. Yeah. The client is not giving them the clarity. So everything was getting delayed. So I was jobless at that time. I mean, I was still waiting for all the projects to start.
But that didn't hamper the payment and that thing.
Not really. All the I am very careful with the payment thing now, because earlier I had suffered a lot, delayed payment, all that. So nowadays I make sure that I get advance, all the payments are done on time, and even if I get a slightest hint that this client is going to be a little headache kind, then I won't even entertain such projects. So in 2020 I felt I have a lot of time in my hand, so I decided let's start doing oil painting. So I already had a few canvas which I bought around a decade ago, 10 years back. And all those old color sets. I started using that and started doing painting. Within 2-3 months I did 3 paintings and kept it. So I was quite happy with that, with all those oil paintings. And even now, I still look at all those paintings. I can still remember what was the thought going on in my head when I was painting that, all those situations. It's nice vibe. It gives you it keeps you engaged.
No, that is your passion. So you have to pursue your passion anyway. You can't stop it anywhere at any moment. Like music used to be my life. I still continue listening to music, recording, mixing music. I do it simply, even though clients don't come to me. Sometimes I do that, mixing, just for the heck of it. So it was not a smooth journey. It was a bumpy journey, but you enjoyed the ride anyway. And all through the journey, you never faltered. You never stopped at any moment. You are continuously active.
I changed my profession actually during lockdown. I forgot to tell you. I was freelancing mainly for advertising agencies, all commercial works, all those. Then I during lockdown I started doing oil painting, and I got a job opportunity in gaming industry. So I joined one company, and
but anyway, it was related to your art, right?
Yeah, but it's very different from what I was doing so far.
The concept was different.
Yeah, it has no relation with the commercial work at all. So it's not a communication industry or anything. Gaming industry is totally different. The way they work, the way they come up with the ideas, it's all different. So I was thrilled to explore that. It's completely new. So I felt why not? Let's join that. Then after I joined, I started getting back all the enquiries for freelancing again.
But long ago, if I remember right, you are making those mobile covers and all that, right?
That was my personal
initial
yes.
days. You had a website, your own website, and
This was
you are marketing it,
yeah,
right?
this was during that Chumbak boom. Like Chumbak had like lots of mobile covers,
And Amrish Puri's caricature.
yeah, not many people had any like a t-shirt designing ideas or anything.
Yeah.
I felt okay, let me try this. So I started it, but later I felt
Your website, artistnithin.com or something.
Neetu.com. No, I closed it down.
I still remember, yeah.
One of my friend Krishna Acharya, he helped me build that website. It was very nice.
Okay.
But for some reason, couldn't continue that.
Viewers can actually search Google for Nithin Rao Kumblekar and you will find heaps and heaps of his artwork and about him. And he's been featured in many websites as one of the India's topmost artists. So he belongs to that category. He's a highly rated artist in India. So that's why Kaapi with Kudpi feels it a privilege to have him on the show today and spend some value time with him. And thanks Nithin, thanks a lot. येऊन आमगेलो इटली पुराय आज आमी आमचे गेल्यान दवरलोच म्हणलें केल सुरेख बट कशी कितें इंग्लिशार गेले ते
वय आमचो केला इंग्लिश उलयला ना आनी तूं हाजी फर्स्ट की म्हण
वय आमी हाजी वय आमचे गेलें कोंकणीन तूं उलोवका म्हणलें केलें तुवें सांगिल्लें तूं गेलो तो म्हाका इंग्लिशार उलोवचें समजा येसना म्हणून कशी की इंग्लिशार गेले ते अरे होडना आमी आमचे गेल्यान थोडे उलयलींची थोडे जस्टीस केला आमगेले मातृभाशेक तशी केन्ना गिल्ट ना आमकां गिल्ट ना खंयच्या विशयान वय सो थँक्स अ लॉट फॉर कमिंग टुडे एंड ग्रेसिंग द शो Kaapi with Kudpi Nithin. Our humble snacks and our homemade filter coffee. The coffee was made by my wife. Teak roti was made by my wife. Then I made the sweet and that bibab curry. We always share the chores, burdens and do it together. For a start, I was doing it all alone. Then she felt pity for me. I was sweating a lot. And on the camera, I should not look bad. So she started helping me. I also allowed her. Unless I allow her, she won't help me because she keeps aloof. So that was a good time we had together, and I'm very happy that you came today with the family, graced the occasion, had our treat, and enjoyed eating also. So you said you are a poor eater, but you did justice.
Because the food
you polished off everything. You polished off everything. That is important. Anyway, I'm happy that you liked it. And Kaapi with Kudpi was brightened with your presence. It was more colorful. An artist always adds color to the show. Even if it is black and white, they make it colorful. So you are one among them, the talented, brilliant ones who make the show more brilliant. And I hope our viewers have enjoyed the show today and seeing your work also. Because I have displayed quite a few of your photos today in the slideshow, which I'm sure they might have enjoyed watching. That's all, folks. Nithin Rao Kumblekar, the great artist, the great illustrator, the great what all titles I can give?
I think you mean
what more titles I can give? You are a storehouse of talents. So I cannot give you Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan and all that. So it's just over. So maybe next time let's see.
But you gave me Kaapi. That's enough. that's really good.
Anyway, so it's always jolly. We are friendly. Though I told you, he is very much younger to me, but our mental vibes are the same. We have the same level of humor and understanding. So it doesn't matter. Still good friends after 20 years. And Kaapi with Kudpi is the example for that. Signing off now and looking out for one more guest in the next show. So saying bye to Nithin Rao Kumblekar.
Bye-bye.
And going to wait for our next guest in the next part. Keep watching, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Namaste.
Thank you.